Hello and welcome to my channel. Today, we're looking into one of the most iconic and debated stories from the Bible, the parting of the Red Sea. This miraculous event, as described in the book of Exodus, has captivated imaginations for millennia. But how did it actually happen? Could there be a scientific explanation behind this biblical miracle? Stick around as we explore the different theories and perspectives on how God really parted the Red Sea. The biblical account. First, let's revisit the biblical narrative. According to the book of Exodus, Moses led the Israelites out of Egyptian bondage. As they fled, they found themselves trapped between the advancing Egyptian army and the Red Sea. At this crucial moment, God instructed Moses to stretch out his hand over the sea. Miraculously, the waters parted, allowing the Israelites to cross on dry ground. Once they were safe, the waters returned, drowning the pursuing Egyptian forces. This story is a cornerstone of Judeo-Christian faith, symbolizing divine intervention in deliverance. But how did this extraordinary event occur? Let's explore some possible explanations. Naturalistic explanations. Some scientists and researchers have proposed naturalistic explanations for the parting of the Red Sea. One of the most discussed theories is the wind set-down phenomenon. This occurs when strong, persistent winds blow across a body of water, pushing the water aside and exposing the seabed. In 2010, researchers from the National Center for Atmospheric Research and the University of Colorado conducted simulations showing that a wind of about 63 miles per hour blowing for 12 hours could have pushed back waters in a specific region known as the Eastern Nile Delta. This would have created a land bridge for several hours, allowing the Israelites to cross. Another theory involves underwater landslides or seismic activity. An earthquake could have caused a temporary rift, parting the waters. Some geologists believe that the Red Sea region is seismically active, and such an event could have coincided with the Israelites' escape. While these theories offer intriguing possibilities, they also have limitations. The timing and coordination required for these natural events to align with the biblical account make them seem less plausible without considering divine intervention. The Red Sea hypothesis. Another interesting perspective comes from the translation of the Hebrew text. Some scholars argue that the term Red Sea might be a mistranslation of Reed Sea or Yam Suf in Hebrew. The Red Sea is believed to be a marshy area near the Red Sea. Crossing a shallow, marshy region during low tide or with the aid of strong winds might have been more feasible than parting a deep sea. This interpretation, while less dramatic, aligns with the idea of God using natural elements to deliver the Israelites. It also highlights how translation and interpretation can influence our understanding of ancient texts. Theological perspective. From a theological standpoint, the parting of the Red Sea is seen as a miraculous act of God, transcending natural explanations. For believers, the focus is on the power and faithfulness of God in delivering His people. The miracle is not just in the physical act but in the timing and purpose behind it. This perspective emphasizes that God can use natural phenomena to achieve His purposes. The exact mechanism might be less important than the faith and trust in God's provision and protection. The story serves as a powerful reminder of divine intervention and the fulfillment of God's promises. Symbolic interpretations. Beyond the literal event, the parting of the Red Sea holds rich symbolic meaning. It represents liberation from oppression, the triumph of faith over fear, and the journey from slavery to freedom. These themes resonate deeply across cultures and religions. In Christian theology, the crossing of the Red Sea is often seen as a foreshadowing of baptism. Just as the Israelites passed through the waters to a new life, Christians believe in passing through the waters of baptism to a new life in Christ. This symbolic connection reinforces the idea of divine salvation and new beginnings. Historical and archaeological evidence. While the exact location and details of the parting of the Red Sea remain debated, there have been intriguing archaeological discoveries. In the 20th century, explorers like Ron Wyatt claim to have found chariot wheels and other artifacts in the Gulf of Aqaba, a potential site for the crossing. However, these findings are controversial and not widely accepted by mainstream archaeologists. Historians and archaeologists continue to search for evidence that could provide more clarity. The lack of definitive proof does not diminish the story's significance but highlights the challenges of studying ancient events. The intersection of faith and science. The story of the Red Sea's parting stands at the intersection of faith and science. For believers, it is a testament to God's power and faithfulness. For skeptics, it is a fascinating subject for scientific and historical inquiry. Both perspectives offer valuable insights. Science seeks to understand the natural world through observation and experimentation. Faith, on the other hand, embraces the mysteries of divine action and spiritual truth. The two are not necessarily in conflict but can complement each other. Exploring how God might have used natural means to achieve miraculous ends can enrich our appreciation of the story. In conclusion, the parting of the Red Sea is a profound and multifaceted story. Whether viewed through the lens of faith, science, or symbolism, it continues to inspire and challenge us. The search for understanding this miraculous event is a journey that combines history, theology, and natural science. As we reflect on this story, let's remember its core message: the power of faith, the importance of liberation, and the assurance of divine intervention in times of need. Thank you for joining me today as we explored how God really parted the Red Sea. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.